Satyanandam. Today I'll be sharing a video on a question that comes up for many regarding sannyas versus being in a relationship. So one of the vows of sannyas that we take is that of brahmacharya, or celibacy. Now, my personal journey might be a little bit different for others. So I had been in a relationship and that ended badly. It ended abruptly. I was left heartbroken. And after that, I had a profound spiritual experience in the peak of depression, which shifted something inside of me. I experienced a deep shift into a dimension that had previously not been there before. This is where I can say the calling started for something higher than what I was living. And a part of that was naturally, it was a deep knowing that I was never going to be in a relationship again. It was a deep knowing that that chapter of my life was finished. And when I say it was a deep knowing, I mean that in my heart, that desire was no longer there. In my mind, on a thinking level, that those thoughts left me. In my whole being, I just knew that, no, this is not what I want anymore. So this happened in my heart, but then being in the outside world, within this society where marriage is normal, it's a normality, it's what virtually everyone does. I started hearing these things from my friends and family of, okay, after some time, you know, you should get back out into the game. You should start looking for a relationship again. Why not? Come on, get married, have kids. Although from a very young age, I always knew that that desire wasn't there. Even in my early 20s, I just knew. I'm 33 now. I just knew, no, kids are not for me. So, on this path of sannyas so far, what I can say is, I haven't had to give up on romance as such. If anything, see, a part of looking for a significant other, part of that is enjoying romance, right? Part of that is enjoying there's a juiciness, there's a spice for life. You're in love with something new. As a sannyasi, you don't give up on this juiciness, this excitement, this romance. It's there, but it takes on a new dimension. So now I have that romance, but I have that romance with life itself. I have that romance, I have that spice for life. It's not just, you know, seeking it in one individual person. It's always there, you know. I can say one of the greatest joys of living this life is, you know, that when you're that puppy love, or when you're in that phase of infatuation where you just can't get enough of someone. That's there, but it's there all the time, and it's not just directed at one individual person. You wake up and it's like, yes, you know, that it's hard to express unless you experience it, and I feel that everyone in the world should experience it because it's just the most beautiful thing. But it's there for my God, it's there for my even for me, you know, the way that I feel about myself being in this body. I've always struggled with low self-esteem, always. I was always wearing makeup, I was always trying to fix my hair and look a particular way. I was highly influenced by these magazines, you know, these Vogue magazines, and having to look like a certain model, and be in tanning beds and wearing eyelash extensions, hair extensions. I was never happy. I was never in love with me. Only now, I've been a sannyasi for 1 year now, only now am I experiencing that love for myself. Only now am I experiencing that love that I was looking in someone else to fulfill. There's a beautiful video that Swamiji has, which I'll share the link beneath, and I strongly recommend everyone watch it. It's a video where Swamiji talks about the Anahata chakra, the heart center, and how that center gets blocked through attention need. So a mistake that I was making, which I didn't even know I was making when I was looking for a significant other, when I was looking for love. I was looking for, yes, I was sincerely looking for love. I was sincerely looking for someone to love me. But I didn't understand that could never happen, because love doesn't come from outside into you. You are love. Love is your very nature. Love is your very core. And if you're not loving yourself, you're just blindly seeking someone else to fill this hole inside of you that can never be filled. And what happens is you end up hurting yourself, and you end up hurting the other person as well, because they can't feel that. They can't feel that. And anyway, in this video, Swamiji talks about attention need, and how we kind of mistake love, or how can I say this? We mistake getting attention, receiving attention as love. We think that, okay, because someone is giving attention to us, they love us, which is not exactly true. Oftentimes we've been conditioned from a young age. I mean, it's not something that we know until we see it. Once we see it, then we can understand, oh God, what I thought I was looking for is actually something completely different. So from a young age, we start seeking mental, like we have these mental labels. For example, I want validation that I'm a good sports person. So unless I win that medal, that for me is not validation. I'm not getting the stamp of approval that I am a good sportsman. Or, you know, for me, for example, doing my hair and my makeup, if my, you know, significant other didn't notice, if they weren't saying you're looking pretty, or if they're not giving me that validation, then I feel like, oh great, see, he doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. He's not even noticing that I'm, look at all that I've done. Look at how much I've pampered myself up for him, and he's not even noticing. So the relationships themselves become unstable. They become rocky. It was toxic, and it was constantly full of fighting. And a lot of pressure on the other person to give me something that ultimately they would never have been able to give. So what I'm having now is a romance with life. What I'm having now is opening up to loving myself, which has been difficult. It's been a hard journey so far in that respect, because there's so much, there's been a lot of pain there. There's been a lot of hatred that I've carried towards myself, and there's a lot of healing that's happening. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't be in a relationship. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have that. But have it from the right context, you know, have it for the sake of, love doesn't ask for anything. You know, if you want to love completely. Don't be seeking for something outside of you to give you that. It should be something that flows from inside of you outwards, not something that comes from outside of you inwards. Otherwise, you can't really call that love. That's self-serving. It will only last so long before you're looking for something again and again and again. So anyone that's a true romantic, anyone that feels they want to have this romance, they want to feel this this spice for life, sannyas is the ultimate expression of that love. And you find it in dimensions that, you know, might have been unexplored, you know, otherwise. So, you know, I have beautiful relationships with so many brothers and sisters now, not just my sannyasi brothers and sisters, but the people that I encounter coming for these programs, devotees from all around the world. I'm able to connect with them and express love in a way that I don't think I could have otherwise. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this makes sense. I wanted to share that particular click, especially about attention need versus love. And I'll share that link with you. Please watch it. It helped me a lot, actually. It helped me understand a very big blind spot that I had in me. And I certainly hope that it does the same for you. Thank you so much for watching. Nityananda.